So yesterday was the October meeting. All the trustees were present. The topics discussed were CPM 3.3, and then the superintendent's report was on habits of mind, index, and academic AI usage. So constraint 3.3, this was one of the new constraints for the next 5 years that they voted on. That was related to the student to teacher ratio for DNF rated elementary schools primarily, and also K through 8 elementary combined with middle schools. So that ratio needs to be below 19.8 students to one teacher. The district said they met this constraint. The actual schools are all listed there. They're all underneath 19.8 students. Some of the strategic adjustments they talked about were establishing guardrails to maintain those low ratios, basically capping rosters, having additional staff to support overflow and additional students enrolling, and then monitoring it weekly. And then they also discussed making sure that the highest need sections were with the smallest classes. And Trustee Mishke also asked about if they knew the percentage of teachers who were proficient one as it relates to this. So they said that they were going to get that data and report back, but making sure that those high need sections also have the strongest instructors, and then implementing a quarterly evaluation plan to actually make sure that these small class sizes are resulting in academic achievement growth. And then the superintendent's report was related to the habits of mind index. So this is also a new constraint that was voted on for the next 5 years. So it's the percentage of high school graduates who are successful on these three competencies: um, digital inquiry and innovation, emotional intelligence, and then communication. And they'll complete this. Basically, seniors are going to be able to complete self-paced courses and include videos, readings, activities. The platform utilizes AI to give students feedback, and each competency takes about 2 to 3 hours. Once they get all three, they'll be able to get a special cord at graduation. This is examples of what the platform actually looks like for students. And then the district also has a dashboard where they'll be able to monitor completion rates by region, campus, etc. And they will be launching that to seniors this month. And seniors will have, until the end of the year. And then this year, they basically discussed, because this is a new constraint, it'll primarily be used to establish that baseline for subsequent years. So they'll do some analysis come springtime to figure out what are the metrics that they want to measure moving forward. And then the final part of the superintendent's report was academic AI usage. So they primarily talked about utilizing AI to grade and provide feedback for student writing. Uh, so far, 410,000 essays have been graded with AI. That's some examples of what this looks like. And they talked a lot about how the tool that they built, they use teacher samples of feedback to basically train the AI model. And it's also not solely graded on AI. So teachers, when they get, a score, they have to review that and be able to calibrate as needed. So it's not completely being taken over by AI when it comes to scoring. But they said some of the benefits are students will be able to get, immediate feedback because teachers won't have to read an entire essay to be able to give feedback and score them. And it'll also save teachers a lot of time. And some of the other things that they discussed when it comes to AI was they're going to be partnering with Texas Instruments and Educate Texas to launch AI coaching tool for middle school teachers. So basically, teachers will be able to upload videos of themselves teaching in their actual classroom. And this AI coaching tool will be able to provide time-stamped feedback. It'll also show things like, you know, amount of teacher talk time versus student talk time, and just different reports like that. And then they're also going to roll out guidance for specifically high school curriculum on what is appropriate AI support. So that is what this picture on the right shows. Basically, at what level should you be introducing AI and in what way should it be used in actual curriculum? They compared it to note taking the same way that students can rely on notes for a portion of time and then eventually you take that away. So basically, how do you kind of scaffold in AI usage? And then the district also has a ton of resources available to parents, students, and teachers. They also have a whole handbook that was developed last year to be able to guide AI usage for everyone in the district. A lot of discussion was that this technology is not going away, so the district needs to provide some guidance and guardrails so students and teachers can capitalize on it. But they did emphasize that it's not a replacement for teachers. It's more of a support. And so that was the whole meeting, and we'll see you back in November.